Hi, Mr. Loader here. Wanted to share with you the learning for Monday the 1st of March. It's a computing lesson. Our Walt is to learn to compose emails. So that's what we're learning to do, compose emails. Now, we looked at emails last week, didn't we? And we did have a go at composing one as a class. We talked about the emails that Mrs. Ryan sent us. Now, I'm just going to remind you of what was happening last week. Okay, because it was the mystery of the missing cake, wasn't it? So Mrs. Ryan sent Year 2 this email, and the subject was Mystery of the Missing Cake. She said, "Dear Year 2 students, I really need your help to solve a mystery. Yesterday I brought in a chocolate cake for a staff meeting after school. I left the cake on a plate in the staff room at 3:30. When I went back for the meeting at 5 p.m, the cake had disappeared. All that was left was the plate, with a few crumbs on it. Can you please let me know as soon as possible whether you can help me solve this mystery?" Okay, so I replied, "Dear Mrs. Ryan, I know that Year 2 would be more than happy to help you. Would you be able to send us some more information so we can help? I'm sure that we will be able to crack the case. Yours sincerely, Mr. Loader." Okay, and this is what Mrs. Ryan has replied. So information to help solve mystery of the missing cake is the subject. Dear Year 2 students, thank you so much for offering to help me solve this mystery. I have some information that may help. 6 people were near the staff room after school yesterday. They all had an opportunity to take the cake. I have created a fact file which might help you identify the culprit. I have given this to your teacher. 2 witnesses, Witness A and Witness B, Miss Robinson, have come forward with information. Witness A was walking past the staff room window at around 4:45 p.m. and saw someone in the staff room. I have recorded what she told me. The audio file is attached to this email. I have not had time to speak to Miss Robinson, so you will need to contact her about the case. Good luck. Let me know how we get on. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Ryan. Okay, so we have to email Miss Robinson to find out more information. Okay, so that's going to be your task. Now, here's some tips that might help you. So, emails aren't always from who they claim to be. Look out for junk or spam emails. So these are some reminders from last week, really, because we talked about when it was safe to open an email attachment. Take great care clicking the links in an email and when opening files attached to an email. They may not always be what they appear. If you receive an email from someone you don't know, tell a parent, carer, or teacher. Always check that you have typed an email address correctly. The subject line of an email should be short and to the point. Reread your email message before you send it to check for mistakes. Always be polite in an email. So this is your task, and I'll explain how to do it in a second. So it's to compose an email to Witness B, Miss Robinson, using Purple Mash. And there is a fly high challenge. It's responding to an email, and it's set in to do section. And it is called lunch. So how do we respond to an email? Okay, so someone's asking for some advice, and the scaffold is to use the keyword sheet. Okay, that is the keyword sheet, and I'll put it in the page documents. Okay, so we're going to compose it in Purple Mash. So I'm going to switch to Purple Mash. Now, I'm just going to leave that screen, and I'll talk you through the steps. So if you go to Home, if you type in to email, okay, and you click on to email, click on it again, then it will take you to this screen, okay. Now you can see I've been practicing sending some emails using Purple Mash. You will have to go to Compose button, okay. Compose basically means create an email. Now, who are we going to write it to? Well, we want to write it to Miss Robinson. If we type in there Miss Robinson, we can find her name. Okay, and we need to come up with a subject name. Well, it's all about the mystery of the missing cake, isn't it? So I'm going to type in there mystery of the missing cake. Okay, Now we know when we're composing an email, we've got to make sure we put who it's to, so it's to Miss Robinson. Okay, now why are we sending an email to Miss Robinson? So first of all, we might just ask if she's okay, because that's polite. That was one of the tips, wasn't it? Miss Robinson, hope you are getting on okay. Now we want her help, don't we? So our question could be, would you be able to help us, please? Okay. Now remember to practice a sentence. Now this is really important, especially with an email, because it can take us longer to write an email or type on a laptop than it's to write it down, because it's about practicing, isn't it? And we're more practice with a pencil. So would you be able to help? And we must put on please, wasn't we? Because we're trying to be polite. Would you be able to help, please? So 7 words. Would you be able to help, please? Okay. Well, what do we want help with? We want to find out more information about the missing cake. So could you give us more information about the missing cake? Could you give us more information about the missing cake? And we'll put please again because we're trying to be polite. So 11 words. Could you give us more information about the missing cake, please? Okay. What things do we want to find out? We want to find out if she saw anything, didn't we? Did you see anything? Now, I can't remember now. I'm going to have to go back to the emails just to check something. So what did Mrs. Ryan say? It was from last Monday, wasn't it? So do you see anything Monday the 15th, should we say, at 3:30, from 3:30 onwards? So let's go back to our email. Did you see anything last Monday from 3:30, and we need to put PM because it's in the afternoon, onwards? Could we ask any questions? Has anyone said anything to you about it, maybe? Has anyone said anything to you about it? 8 words. And then, because we're going to be polite, I think it might be nice if we put, I look forward to hearing from you. And then I will put my name. Okay. Well, I might put yours sincerely, Mr. Loader. Okay. So that's a good way of signing off. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours sincerely, Mr. Loader. And I need to remember my capital letters, so I know for my name. Oh, and I missed out a letter for sincerely. There you go. Right, okay, now it's ready to go, so I'm going to click send. But before I do, actually, I almost forgot something. I forgot to read it through and check it to make sure it makes sense. So I've got it to Miss Robinson. That's who I want to send it to. The subject is Mystery of the Missing Cake. I've wrote, Miss Robinson, hope you are getting on okay. Would you be able to help, please? Could you give us some more information about the missing cake, please? Did you see anything last Monday from 3:30 PM onwards? Has anyone said anything to you about it? Or, do you know, actually, when I say about it, I want to just change it, just so I'm clear about the chocolate cake that was in the staff room. Because when Miss Robinson reads it, she might be, oh, what does he mean by it? So I'm being clear. I know it's in the subject, okay, but there it is clear. I want to know about the missing chocolate cake, okay? And I've put, I look forward to hearing from you, which is a nice polite thing to say, isn't it? Yours sincerely, Mr. Loader. Right, I think that sounds good, so I'm going to send it. Okay, and I hope Miss Robinson gets back to me. But obviously, you've got to send your own email to Miss Robinson. Okay? And then once you are done, there is the keywords there. And obviously, I'll put them in the page documents. There is an example of something that you could write. And then recap on the stages of sending an email. Okay, what important things must you do when writing an email? Okay, well, I hope you found that helpful. Take care, Miss. Okay, look forward to seeing you soon, Mr. Loader.